Welcome to Beyond Fairway, golf for blind and low vision.
Hello there, welcome back to Beyond Fairway, golf for blind and low vision. Before we begin with the current episode, I would like to remind you all that in the previous episode, I spoke about how do persons with blindness and low vision play golf. We also learned about the rich history of golf itself. For those of you who want to go back and watch that podcast, I am providing you the link to that podcast in the description section. In this episode, I would like to talk to you about the mindset strategies to become a better golfer. In fact, we are going to discuss particularly three mindset strategies that not only helps us to play golf better but also to become a better person in general. Yes, that's the beauty of this game. The learnings that we have from golf are actually very useful to navigate the life challenges that we face on day-to-day basis. Well, are you ready to soak in all of this and gain mastery over these mindset strategies? If you are curious and enjoying this podcast so far, please like this podcast so that other people can discover this. Okay, without further delay, let me first talk about the mindset strategy, which is control what is in our control and do not worry about what is not in our control. This is something that we heard so many times, but this is very true, not only in the context of golf, but also in the context of life itself. Let me first explain on how it is important in the context of golf and then discuss how it is useful in general for our life. In the context of golf, first let's understand what is really in control of a player. The way we take stands, the way we grip the club, that is how we hold the club, and the way we swing are in our control. By the way, if you want me to explain any of these things like how we grip the club or how we swing or how we take stands, please do ask in the comment section. I will make a podcast around that. Coming back to our first mindset strategy, so we should control what is in our control. That means focus on how we take stands, how we hold the grip, not too tight, or how we swing. I think that's all is in our control. What is not in our control is how much distance we will hit, or what is the landscape, what are the different challenges, is the wind going against the ball or with the ball. We can't really control any of those things. So it's better to just focus on what we can do. Even in life, a lot of times we tend to focus on what is not in our control. Let me give an example. If you are a student, a lot of times you tend to focus on how much would you score in a test rather than focusing on your process, your study plan. If you are a working professional, you relate to this, which is most of the times we tend to focus on the outcomes, the results of our project rather than focusing on the processes that we follow. Like in golf, when you do focus on things that are not in your control, like for example how much distance we hit, we miss on our process and we don't hit the ball long enough. But if we can just focus on what is in our control, if your stance is correct and your grip is right and your swing is smooth, actually the club will do sending the ball far. So both in golf and life, we should focus on really what is in our control. So how do we develop this ability to focus on what is in our control and not really worried about what is not in our control? Please do share your experience of this in the comment section. Okay, let's move on to the second mindset strategy. Even this one we heard so many times, which is be in the present. In the context of playing golf, being in present is must. You may be a sighted player or a person with blindness or low vision. All of us have to be in the present while we play golf. Being in present actually will help you to understand your surroundings. Let me explain this with an example related to golf. Imagine you hit the ball very near to the hole and you are on the green. The area that is near the hole is called green, where you putt the ball into the hole. Don't worry if you don't know what is putting. Please do mention that in the comment section and I will make a separate podcast about it. Now, when you are putting, you need to understand how your grass is. For example, if you are standing little away from the hole, say maybe 10 yards or something like that, and imagine the surface is like this. On your left side, maybe there's an upward hill, and your right side is the surface is actually downward. That means it's a slope. Now you are exactly standing away from the hole in a straight line, and your ball is there, and you are trying to hit the ball into the hole. Imagine what happens if you hit the ball straight, because in your the right side of your surface is actually slope. If you hit ball straight, that will not go into the hole, though you are actually standing exact straight line with the hole, because the ball will move towards the downward slope. Therefore you'll have to understand the environment. You can only understand the surface, these small little details you can make out only if you are in the present. If you are already thinking about will I take one take or two takes to put the ball in the hole, or if you are already thinking about what will be my handicap at the end of this game. Handicap, by the way, is a scoring system in the golf. If you are thinking all of that, you will not notice any of these small little details. How often in our lives we would have missed, which is so obvious, because we are not being in the present. A lot of times we think about the future. We think about, say for example, if you are at work, you are thinking already about what is happening at home, or whatever the case may be. A lot of times we don't tend to be in the present. We either thinking about what has happened in the past or what is going to happen in the future. Golf teaches us to be in the present. Unless you are in the present, you will not be able to play golf well. After all, golf is played on a wonderful green course where you will have a breeze, there will be a lot of trees, there will be water bodies. You will actually, apart from playing golf, you should enjoy the nature around. Therefore, you should be in present. The third mindset strategy is about positive self-talk. Your inner voice actually becomes or shapes your reality. That means whatever you tell yourself inside is what you will become or what you will do. In the context of golf, let me explain. A lot of times when we see an obstacle or like a water body or something, we say, oh, I should not hit the ball to the water body, or I should avoid this tree. And we end up putting the ball in the water or hitting the tree, because we are not focusing on telling ourselves positively that where I should be hitting. Rather, a lot of times we tell ourselves where I should not be hitting the ball. What we focus is what we grow. Even in life, a lot of times we end up becoming what we don't want to become, because we are so much focusing on about what we don't want to do. So golf teaches us to avoid that. So if you can control what is in our control and not really worry about what is not in your control, and develop an ability to be in the present and do positive self-talk to yourself, you become a good golfer. Wait, not just a good golfer, you'll actually become a better human being. So these are the three mindset strategies that I could think of. Please share your list. I am eager to learn from you. My name is Moses, and I am your host, a blind golf enthusiast. I'm truly enjoying bringing this podcast to you. I hope you are enjoying too. Please like this podcast, share this in your network, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel Story Garden. I will see you on my next episode. Till then, take care.